Well, I finally found time to watch another episode of Space 1999.
Oh, so what happened in this one?
Well, they came upon an alien guy with weird pink hair.
And
He wore a muumuu. And he had special powers to manipulate matter and whatnot. And every time he did, everything glowed rainbowy.
Oh my God! You're kidding?
No, that's what happened.
What a progressive episode! Way ahead of its time, because this was like done in the 70s or something.
Yeah.
So, oh my, that's incredible. So that's what he did, magic tricks and stuff.
Well, I mean, it was rooted in his alien superior science and all that.
Of course, because highly advanced alien civilizations would appear to be godlike to lesser developed cultures.
Yeah. So, turns out he knows how to warp space and travel through hyperspace or whatnot. And, boy, that catches Koenig's attention, and he says, "Oh, well, that could help us get back home." And he says, "Well, yeah, it could." And he says, "But he's a guy that's in business, and so what he trades for what he can offer, in exchange for what they can offer, So,
so a bit of a salesman.
Yeah, it starts off rather sinister, which, of course, you realize it's not all sweet and wonderful. There's always a nefarious plot.
Well, I guess it just has to be.
So, the episode opens really great, actually, even though this is a particularly bad one.
What do you mean?
Well, the opening scene is a bunch of beautiful women in their underwear relaxing around and oiling up.
Oh, my God. You are just the worst.
Yeah, but it was really cool. And but then it had to get ruined because this idiot Taybor or whatever manifests certain devices in the ship, and it zaps this woman in the face and blinds her.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and then there's some guys working, I don't know, somewhere, and another thing shows up, and the guy looks at it and it fries him too.
Was he blinded?
Nah, I think he was, just hurt or knocked out or whatever. Anyway, and they kind of forget about that because the guy shows up and says, "Hey, I got all this technology," and whoops, didn't know you guys were too stupid to figure out how to use it. So,
well, then maybe he's kind of stupid.
He is, because he's, boasting about his superiority, but at the same time, he didn't take that into consideration. Whatever.
So what? Was it infecting them with something, and that's his nefarious plot?
No, his nefarious plot, despite all the rainbows, the moo-moo, and purple hair, he wants Maya to be his love slave.
Oh, my God. That's the shape-changing girl.
That's right.
Well, I guess, since she's a shapeshifter.
Yeah, that's true. When he's in the mood, he could always have her change into something else.
You don't have to put it that way. And, that's their business, and it's no one else's.
Well, except that, he's kind of forcing her into it, because he's offering to buy her with, hyperdrive technology or whatever.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. It should have been her choices. She should have been innocent. They should have constructed the story where she was somewhat taken with all of this and thought, hey, I can explore more scientific possibilities with this superior being because I'm stuck with all these stupid hairless apes. And, she's from an alien culture that's better than theirs and stuff like that. What?
Anyway, so Koenig decides to compromise. Turns out they can make an android that looks and sounds exactly like Maya.
Oh, really? They just got that?
Yeah, they got that laying around. And so they offer him, a sex doll.
Right.
Pretty much, yes. So, they build it, and they show the scene of Maya's head on a table.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, well, it's obviously the actress sticking her head through a hole. So Taybor's like, yeah, all right, I'll take the sex doll. I'll have some fun with that, and I'll give you the technology to warp your way home. Well, of course, Taybor didn't really want the sex doll, so he abducts Maya and swaps her out with the sex doll. But I don't know, they didn't do a good enough job on it, and her face blows up and falls off.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
So now he's got Maya.
Yeah, and he's like, ha ha, fooled you, and he just splits, and Koenig's like, oh no,
That's it?
Well, that's pretty much all they can do. I mean, again, superior technology and whatnot.
Oh, that's right.
And so, well, he disappears into a rainbow.
Yeah.
And then, well, they're traveling through hyperspace, and then Maya's not going to put up with this crap. So she shapeshifts into a female version of him.
Oh, my God. Well. Huh. Was he into that?
No, not at all. He was really shocked and sickened to see his female self, despite the fact that he's got the weird purple hairdo and wears a muumuu. But he didn't want to see his face on a woman's body. So it turns out not as rainbowy as you would have thought.
Well, it was the 70s.
Yeah, they kind of had some of that going on.
But but they just didn't quite get the concept of pansexuality and the infinite sexual spectrum.
Sure. So, he's all upset and sickened and about to throw up or whatever. So he teleports her back home, and that's it. So,
well, what about the technology?
Yeah, I guess they never got around to getting a hold of it. I don't know. Or maybe it's something like they couldn't figure it out or something.
Oh, that's kind of like, in Star Trek Voyager, where they sold all their library to these aliens who wanted new stories, and they gave them this super duper pooper scooper warp device, but they couldn't figure out how to do it. It nearly blew up the whole ship, so they had to beam it out into space, and it blew up and all that. And so it's kind of the same thing. It can be dangerous to use technology you don't know.
Yeah, right. I mean, you plug that into your outlet, and it might fry your whole electrical system if you don't know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why we need to go green.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so yeah, it was just a waste of time. It wasn't very good. And it was, they just made use of their already ready-made sets, which I understand, but you could still come up with better stories than that. But, well, they didn't. Of course, encountering an alien who had the technology, and then you got to figure out, well, if they get the technology, they could just go home and the show's over. So, yeah, they had to come up with something. And just some creepy, weird-looking fat dude had the hots for one of your girls and kidnaps her. And then that was the deal breaker.
As it should be.
Yeah.